Welcome back. All right, so LA and Edmonton. It's a bad matchup for the Kings. Riddick versus Skinner in this one, and really turned out to be quite an entertaining game. There's some pushing on a hold by Skinner. There wasn't a lot of that in this game. It feels like that tonight's game was a little more muted in that area. And then there's a press by the Kings at 2.5 minutes. Anderson was down hurt. He skates off. It was a collision that went on out there. Kings fans felt there should have been a penalty called. There was not a penalty called. There's a lot of discussion online about the officiating tonight. There's talks about the officiating in every game dating back to when I started watching hockey back in 1981. Bouchard fires one wide as the Oilers press. The shots are 2-1 for the Kings at 4 minutes. Riddick chance as the Oilers press, and again, trying to hex a goalie when the game's tied at 0. It's a choice. And he'd only faced one shot 5 minutes in. So the Oilers didn't have a great start to this. It felt like the Kings were playing their game. Nurse has a shot that's blocked and cleared. Arvidsson has a rush chance that's defended. Doughty has a screenshot that's held. Janmark fires one wide from in close as the Oilers have some pressure. The Oilers get stuck on one shot for a while. Moore has a rush chance that's saved. Laferriere has a turnover chance that's blocked. And then Riddick just flat out misses one. Kane puts one at the net. It goes off of Riddick's pad and just inside the post on what was only the second shot of the game for Edmonton. That's at 10-17. Kulak with the assist. So the Oilers have the 1-0 lead. And that was scored on the rush as well. Perry then has a chance that's held. The Oilers press with 6 minutes left. Bouchard has a slap shot that's held. Anderson returns at that point as well, so he was okay, or at the very least he was able to return to the game. Once teams are out of the playoffs, we find out how not okay players are that we're playing. Kempe has a shot that's blocked as the Kings press. Fogle has a net drive that's saved. Fans wanted a call there. Kings have a 2-on-1 that gets broken up. The shots are 9-4 for the Kings with 2.5 minutes left. Fogle fans on one, the Kings clear. Kempe to Byfield near miss, and then on a crazy bounce off a stanchion. So Skinner comes out to play the puck, and the puck instead goes to Laferriere. Skinner can't get back in time. Laferriere puts it into the open net from Gavrikov and Roy at 19:32. So it's a last-minute goal. Then with 2.6 seconds left, the Oilers get a power play. So it's 1-1 after one. And, for the Kings, they're grateful for that bounce off the stanchion. They've got an even game going to the second period. So remember, the Oilers have the power play to start the second. Draisaitl has a one-timer that's held. The Oilers cycle. Bouchard then has a chance that's held. Bouchard's next shot was blocked, cleared out. The Kings finish the kill. Kane has a rush chance that's held as well. And then on a rush, Blake Lizotte gets his first career goal in the playoffs, the same as Laferriere had his first career playoff goal in the first. And Lizotte buries this one on a rush from Arvidsson and Englund at 3:08. He goes blocker side from the right circle during a line change by the Oilers. So really heads up play by the Kings to say, hey, they're changing lines. Let's quickly get something going here, and that gives the Kings a 2-1 lead. The Oilers then look to respond. The Kings press at 5 minutes. The fans get a little restless. There were back-to-back icing calls. They didn't seem to like either of those. McDavid has a rush chance that's blocked. The Oilers draw a power play. There's a shorthanded rush by Kempe. He fires wide there. They cycle. Draisaitl's robbed. Draisaitl says it's a goal. And it turns out that he's correct. Riddick gloved it, but his glove crossed the line. So as soon as I saw that, I had the magnet on the board. I didn't even wait for the review. And the review says goal. So, yep. Draisaitl gets that one on the power play from McDavid and Bouchard. That's at 7:46 and ties the game at 2. Perry gets hurt in a collision with Anderson. Perry actually gets penalized for tripping Anderson. The fans disagree, but yeah, it's a collision. All right. So Perry exits. He wasn't in the box. I think it was Hyman that served the penalty. Perry would return to the game, though. The Kings cycle, it's cleared. Fiala gets tripped, but he's called for a dive on the play as well. Again, if it's a trip, it's not necessarily embellishment, but it's one of those things. I'm not a huge fan of the embellishment penalties at many times when they're handed out. Spence has a shot that saved the Oilers' power play right after finishing the kill. Okay, so the Oilers finish killing the Kings penalty. I really worded that one badly. And then the Oilers go straight to the power play after finishing the penalty kill. There's an early cycle. Hyman can't bury one in close. There's a shorthanded rush by Gavrikov. The Oilers cycle. Riddick's gets knocked off and gets a whistle. Yeah, fans didn't like that either. But then right after the power play ends, or at least 14 seconds after the power play ends, Draisaitl with a one-timer from the right circle gives the Oilers the lead. McDavid and Bouchard with the assist at 12:21. So Draisaitl had himself a bit of a game today. The shots are 11-4 for the Oilers with 5 minutes left. They were not messing around. This is how you close out a series. And I thought they did an excellent job. McDavid has a rush chance that's defended. The Oilers draw a power play with 2:56 left. There's an early cycle. It's cleared. They set up. They cycle. It's cleared again. There's a late cycle. Draisaitl's shot is blocked. And then right after the power play ends at 19:05, Hyman gets one from Nugent Hopkins and Bouchard. Initially, it was given to Nugent Hopkins, but Hyman had the last touch on it. So that makes it 4-2 for the Oilers. That's where I turned to my wife and said, I don't think we're getting overtime tonight. So that one deflects in. Then the Oilers press for another. Fiala almost hits a buzzer beater, but he doesn't. And then there's some pushing at the horn. And we go to the third period. Good early stretch of back and forth during that. Fiala fires one wide from the high slot. The Kings had the only shot on net 3 minutes in. There wasn't a whistle for quite a while in that first period, or third period, I should say, until almost 5 minutes in, which again really favors the Oilers because they're up by 2. Kane has a rush chance, that's defended. Holloway had a net drive, that's also defended. The Kings know they can't afford to allow another goal, and they were doing a very good job of defending in this period, just they weren't getting the opportunities that you need to in order to really and truly get back into this game. Kings press are kept to the outside. The Oilers have a 2-on-1 that misfires. The teams exchange rushes. Kulak fires one wide on a 3-on-2 rush of his own. Kings press with 8.5 minutes left. Fiala can't bury one in close. McDavid has a rush chance, that's saved. Nugent Hopkins then has a rush chance, that's kicked aside. The Kings press with 5 minutes left. Kopitar is denied in close. The Oilers clear, and there was a bunch of Kings around the net there. They could not get that chance, that one certain goal that they would have needed. Moore has a net drive that's defended. Doughty has a shot that's blocked. The goalie pull happens with roughly 3 minutes left, and they finally do get that goal during the 6-on-5. At 17:42, Kempe tips one top corner from Roy and Fiala, makes it 4-3, and adds a little bit of tension to the atmosphere in Edmonton, although I never really worried that they were going to lose this or that we're going to go overtime necessarily. Although I thought, at the end of the second period where I said we're not going to worry about overtime, did I jinx it? So the Oilers have a 2-on-1 that's defended. The goalie pull happens again with 1.5 minutes left. No stick for Derek Ryan, which makes it 6-on-4.5 at that stage, but the Oilers clear it out. There's no panic. They do clear it out. Draisaitl then has a rush that draws a power play with 19.7 seconds left, which Coach Thompson of the Kings there did not agree with. And he felt that Draisaitl held the stick on that as well. But at any rate, once it's a power play for the Oilers with less than 20 seconds left, the Kings aren't scoring, and they don't. And so your final score is 4-3. The Oilers move on. What took them 7 games, then took them 6 games, now takes them 5 games. I think the Kings really wish that the Oilers had won that division and played the Canucks instead. The Oilers are perfectly fine with getting LA again, and now they wait for the winner of Nashville and Vancouver, and I'm sure that Oiler fans tonight are hoping that one goes to like quadruple overtime in Game 7, tire those teams out. Shots on net, 10-6 LA in the first. They had a good first period. I thought they controlled it, and then the Oilers took over. 15-5 in the second in favor of the Oilers, and then in the third, the Oilers locked it down. The shots are 6-5 LA. Final shots 26-21 for the Oilers. Power plays, LA 0 for 1. The Oilers 1 for 5. The hits 57-27 for the Kings. Riddick saves 22 out of 26. Skinner saves 18 out of 21. So Skinner, I didn't think had a great game, but he wasn't busy. So that's all right. And for the Oilers to move on to the next round, they're going to probably get a little bit of rest before the next. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. And again, congratulations to the Oilers on moving past the Kings yet again. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.